In this video, we're going to talk about how to plan your day and how to kind of get yourself in the habit of making a routine. We're not going to go too far into a lot of things. You can go back to Google Classrooms and kind of refresh yourself on some of the merchandising. But this is just to kind of help you can kind of kickstart yourself on those days where you're just kind of looking around trying to figure out what to do. So the first thing we always do is our safety sweep. And as you go up and down each aisle, what we call mowing the lawn, you want to make sure that you're also looking at the product that's sold, or look for those fires, those big places where you've got gaps on the table, or any of the merchandise that's been moved around on you. As you can see on these tables, they've been shot pretty hard. Those are areas where you can see empty grid, and that's what we want to make sure that we're addressing throughout the day. Not that you need to take care of it immediately, but we want to take a look at our deliveries, what we've got in on our other tables, and see what we might have to move around. Now that you've gone around the garden center and looked at any areas of concern, have you taken a trip to the store manager, talked to them about any watering issues that might be happening, or seen if they have any requests for us at this time? Next, make sure you take a look through your staged racks as well as your deliveries so you know what kind of product you have on there. That'll help you decide how you're going to fix your tables, what you're going to be able to use to help make those tables merchandised and filled out properly. Always make sure that we prioritize our third-party vendors. If you've got a delivery, make sure it gets worked within 24 hours. We want to make sure that that plastic gets off of it as soon as it comes in as well. Which part of the store that you approach first is going to change from day to day. For me, it's usually about what can I get done quickly and efficiently so that I can make sure that I spend the time I need to in other areas of the store. For instance, if I didn't get a cactus order, I can probably get that table organized in about 30 minutes and get my scrap done and get it cleared off, and then I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. The same with Nature's Way, shrubs, or other areas. If I can try and clean those areas up quickly and be done with it before they even open the gates to where I can pull my order in or work on the apron, then I've gotten those off of my to-do list for the day, and then I can focus my area of attention outside on the apron or on my annual tables. Another good tip at helping you manage your day is look for low-hanging fruit like these larger items like cachets or hanging baskets. These are ones that usually take up 3 shelves as a whole rack, and you can quickly eliminate them so that you can clear those racks out of your way and focus on the ones that you have left. When we talk about our apron and the color tables out there, the bigger blocks that you can make, the better. So if you can make 4 or 8-foot blocks of color, that's going to make your table stand out. You also want to make sure with your end caps, when you have the product for it, that you overflow those end caps and that they're packed out nicely. Always remember your apron takes your best and brightest color. You always want your best product out here because it's the first thing customers see as they're driving by or walking up to the store. That's going to then pull them inside to buy the rest of the product that we have for sale. As you get to your inside annual tables, it can get a little bit trickier trying to manage all the product. The next thing to remember is that your spotlight areas, or that lower 8 feet in the front, is where you want your key items. If you have a big group of larger cachets that you can put there, that's what you want to put there. Or you want to be able to make those bigger blocks of color up front. When you get to the back part of the tables, make sure you're sticking to the POG. You may end up having smaller blocks or stripes of color, and that's okay. If you end up having 8 or 4 feet at the back of the table that's empty, we definitely don't want to leave empty grid, so you may have to flex or pull some product that may not necessarily belong on that table over, such as putting branded on the back of a normal annual table or vice versa, just so that we don't have that empty grid space showing. When we look at the shrub yard, your POG is going to be your best friend. Make sure your branded product stays on the branded table, usually leading off with either Encore or Southern Living with your Lone Star and your roses following. Make sure when you get to your core tables that your bulk items are up front. When you get to flowering, if you're not sure which shrubs are flowering, look at the tag on it. It's going to show buds on there. That's going to give an indicator that it's a flowering product. That'll help you keep those items separate from your normal core shrubs. As you've made your way working table to table through the store, you also want to make sure you didn't forget some of the details as you go through. Did you make sure you entered all your scrap into Pocket Evo correctly? Did you make sure that all of our signage is correct? Is our sun signs up? 12 by 24s? Did you have to change any of those depending on the product that you put out? Did you actually throw all the scrap away in the dumpster? We don't want to leave those carts laying around either. Any backup racks? Are they staged in the right area? We don't want to leave racks down any aisles as we're leaving. Did we get a chance to clean up the floors and make sure that the garden center is looking nice and tidy? And what you should have been doing the whole time is facing those labels, making sure everything's on the edge of the table, and just keeping it nice and organized as you go through those tables. If you didn't get a chance, make a quick pass and do so. And finally, I just want to say, even if it is a day where you might be in the store by yourself, you're not actually alone. You've got your coworkers that are on GroupMe where you can ask questions or look for assistance. You've also got your manager available to you. One thing I would like to say is that if somebody's off that day, try to respect their day off and avoid calling them if you can. Try to reach out to the people who are working with you, and we're always there to support you.